Hi, I'm James Ezimoha. Welcome to Africa News, where we bring you the latest updates from across the African continent. Let's dive in. Uganda sends more troops to eastern Congo as part of Operation Shuja. Mixed reactions as M23 rebels declare a ceasefire in the Democratic Republic of Congo. South African President Cyril Ramaphosa aims to diffuse tensions with the USA through Elon Musk. Uganda has deployed additional troops into eastern Congo, raising concerns of a wider regional conflict. The new reinforcements, officially part of Operation Shuja, come as Kinshasa battles the M23 rebels, a group backed by Rwanda.
Ugandan soldiers have been deployed into eastern Congo, with estimates placing the force at around 4,000 to 5,000 troops. The move comes amid escalating tensions as the M23 rebel group continues to advance in the region. While Uganda claims its mission remains focused on tracking the allied democratic forces, analysts suggest economic and security interests are also at play. Uganda has long viewed eastern Congo as a vital economic zone, with its trade closely linked to the region. Congo's government acknowledged Uganda's military presence, but remains wary. Officials note suspicions over Uganda's role in the M23 conflict, though they stress that formal cooperation exists in fighting the ADF. Residents near Butembo reported seeing Ugandan troops moving south toward the conflict zone, further stoking fears of a direct confrontation between Ugandan and Rwandan forces. With multiple foreign armies now operating in eastern Congo, concerns are growing that the conflict could expand beyond its current front lines.
In eastern Congo, M23 rebels have declared a ceasefire following their capture of Goma. While some hope this will allow humanitarian aid to reach those in need, others remain deeply skeptical.
The M23 rebel group says it will observe a ceasefire starting February 4th, following a deadly week of fighting in eastern Congo. The move comes as international pressure mounts over the humanitarian crisis. Residents of Goma and Kinshasa have reacted differently to the M23 ceasefire announcement. In Goma, where over 700,000 people were displaced last month, some see the pause as essential for aid delivery, offering a critical opportunity for humanitarian relief.
About the ceasefire, all I can say is the ceasefire matters so humanitarian aid can reach displaced people. It'll make a big difference. These families have suffered so much in this war. No food, no passable roads. This humanitarian pause is crucial.
However, others accuse M23 of insincerity and blame Rwanda for supporting the rebels, an allegation the country denies.
If M23 were sincere, maybe the government could take their message seriously. But they've broken every promise. Yesterday, the government reported over 2,000 deaths in Goma. It's devastating. Even as they call for a ceasefire, they're still reinforcing their troops. Why should we trust them?
Authorities report over 2,000 bodies in Goma, with urgent burial efforts underway to prevent disease. As mistrust lingers, humanitarian efforts continue, and regional leaders prepare to meet in Tanzania to discuss solutions to the escalating crisis.
International Red Cross workers and health officials have begun mass burials in eastern Congo to ease pressure on overwhelmed morgues. The intense fighting in the region saw more than 700 people killed since M23 rebel fighters seized control of Goma. Thousands more are wounded and displaced.
Burial teams in Goma worked through the day on Monday, carefully lowering body bags into freshly dug graves. The operation comes as authorities struggle to manage the rising death toll from ongoing clashes between M23 rebels and the Congolese army. The International Red Cross and World Health Organization are coordinating efforts to provide dignified burials and prevent the spread of disease, as decomposing bodies pose a growing health risk. Health officials report that morgues in Goma have exceeded capacity, with power outages disrupting refrigeration. The scarcity of burial land is further complicating the crisis. According to the Congolese Health Ministry, at least 773 people have been killed and 2,800 wounded in the battle for Goma, while nearly 500,000 people have been displaced. As tensions rise, the Congolese government has renewed calls for international sanctions on Rwanda, accusing it of backing the M23 rebels. Kigali has repeatedly denied involvement. With bodies still being recovered, relief organisations warn that the true scale of casualties remains unclear.
South African President Cyril Ramaphosa has moved to defuse possible tensions with Trump administration after the US president threatened to cut up to $400 million in funding to the country. He wants to do this by speaking to popular Trump backer and billionaire Elon Musk.
The phone conversation between Cyril Ramaphosa and Elon Musk was set up by Elon Musk, father of the South African billionaire, who revealed that the discussion happened on his phone. Speaking from his Langebaan home, the elder Musk said that he had been contacted by a personal member from Ramaphosa's office to set up a call between his son and the South African president.
Last night I got a call from the PA of Mr. Ramaphosa while I was having supper in a restaurant, asking me if I can speak to Mr. Ramaphosa. So, without divulging things, I was asked if I can arrange a quick talk between Ramaphosa and Elon last night. So I said, all right, so I did. And then they spoke a few minutes later, and it's on my phone. I can only imagine that Elon would have said, look, we want to help you, but you have to quit this war on white people in South Africa. I imagine Elon would say, get rid of these rules, the laws or whatever, that discriminate against anybody, not just white people. Just get with it, you know.
This comes after US President Donald Trump threatened to cut up to $400 million in funding to South Africa. In a post he made on Sunday, where he said that South Africa is confiscating land and certain classes of people were being treated badly. President Trump said this in reference to a bill signed into law by Ramaphosa last month, with the aim of addressing racial disparities in land ownership that have persisted in South Africa since apartheid ended 30 years ago. Meanwhile, a spokesperson for Ramaphosa declined to comment on the content of the phone conversation, simply saying that Elon Musk is a private citizen. His views are his personal views.
A Tunisian architect is reviving the lost art of Andalusian tile making. Using traditional methods, he now exports handcrafted tiles across Europe and North Africa.
Driven by his passion for handmade art, Tunisian architect Samir Dagfous left teaching in 2009 to restore a fading craft, Andalusian tile making. In his workshop near Nabil, he and his Moroccan craftsmen use ancient machines to create intricate tiles once extinct in Tunisia.
I am an architect. I graduated from Milan Polytechnic in Italy. Regarding my return to the origin of this product, it's because in my architectural projects, I need these tiles. They had disappeared in Tunisia, went extinct since the 1970s. So I had the idea to bring them back. I found very old machines in the coast region, and I acquired them. On the other hand, I acquired these from another place, from someone else who didn't need them. There's an intimate relationship between me and tiles, and with everything that is traditional. I'm very passionate about tiles, and fortunately, my wife is even more passionate than I am. A lot of what I do, my wife does it too, even in terms of study and keeping up with design. Initially, there wasn't a big financial motivation for the passion, but fortunately, I had another financial income as an architect, which allowed me to persevere and continue this profession, despite the major obstacles I faced and the criticism I received, even from my colleagues, about how I changed from a professor, academic and architect to become a craftsman.
Meanwhile, his Moroccan craftsman says he's grateful for going to Tunisia and dedicating his life to tile making.
I started this profession around 1994. I'm old in this profession and passionate about it. I learned it and kept working in it in Morocco, and then, thank God, I came here to Tunisia.
Despite early struggles, Dagfous's commitment to craftsmanship is paying off. His tiles, once extinct in Tunisia, now adorn homes and buildings in France, Italy, Germany and Sweden.
That's all we have today on Africa News. Thank you for watching. Stay tuned to A News.